All right, team. First fertilization of the season. You may be asking, what should I be putting down? If you did a soil test, it's a little easier. If not, I can make some suggestions. Don't go away. All right, team, welcome back to Lawn Journeys. You may be asking, okay, what's the first app I put down for the season? I may be new to lawn care, I want to do it myself. I'm going to try to help you out. The first thing I suggest is if you have a crabgrass issue in past years, you're probably going to look for a fertilizer with a pre-emergent, okay? There's tons available at the big box stores. I've suggested some in a prior video, which you guys can watch here. I take it a little bit further. I like to do a separate pre-emergent, and then I do my first app based on the results of my soil test. And if you've been following my channel, you know what that's about. So what I'm going to do today is just explain to you why my first application of the season is a starter fertilizer. And in order to explain that, we're going to take a little dive into my soil test that I took approximately a month ago. And there's a video for that you guys can link to also. Okay, team. So I used the Soil Mastery Soil Kit this season. You guys can watch the video. In that video, I also recommended some alternative soil testing services. So don't feel obligated to any particular one. Use the one you like. On this screen is the sample results for my combined sample, which I took for my 2022 season for my lawn and turf. And I'm looking at the macros today. But what we're concentrating on today is NPK. Okay, so first off, my nitrogen result was 2.19 parts per million. The optimal range is 7 to 18, so of course it's low. This isn't surprising. I did my last fertilization, I think it was early November, before the New Jersey blackout period begins, and there hasn't been nitrogen on the ground since. Next, we're going to look at phosphorus. Okay, phosphorus is important for root development. My results were 3.48 parts per million. Optimal range is 5 to 11. And that's also low. This indicates that I can use a fertilizer that has a phosphorus component in it. The third constituent is potassium, which is also important for root development, for plant health, aids in the ability of the plant to take up nutrients. So we're going to look at these potassium results. It was 31.56 parts per million. Optimal range is 38 to 72. Again, it's low. It's not terrible. I'm not in bad shape, but I have concentrated on my potassium, especially during summer stress. So I'm getting it into a more optimal range. However, the plants do use these macros, so they will be depleted from the soil. What I have arrived at from this sample is I'm good using a spring fertilizer that contains phosphorus and potassium. Now, if we continue on down the app here, you'll see that there is a granular recommendation here for a starter fertilizer, which is a 12-12-12. That's a good recommendation for a lot of folks, even if you're not doing a soil test. It's often not a bad idea to start your season with a starter fertilizer. You'll also see that there are pH and micronutrient adjustments recommended here. We'll be returning to these soil results and doing a comparison with my 2021 numbers in a future video. Very interesting on where my pH has gone after using that product or not gone. So stay tuned, like, and subscribe. So just as you guys saw in my soil test results, I am phosphorus deficient again. So in New Jersey, I can apply a phosphorus starter fertilizer when seeding or if phosphorus deficient. So my first application of the season is Lesco Professional Starter Fertilizer. Okay, it's an 18-24-12. So we're 18% nitrogen, we're 24% phosphorus, obviously for root development and growth, and 12% potash. Also promotes strong roots and improves turf hardiness. All right, so for previous applications, I've weighed this particular material. I know how many pounds I need for a certain area. I have zoned my property. There are videos that I'll link to above and at the end on how to measure your property and determine the size of your zones. It's really easy. There's online tools. Okay, team, so we got it done. Got my first nitrogen app down of the season. Included a phosphorus push, which is part of my soil correction based on my soil test results. All of those videos that I mentioned are available in the show notes or in the at the end of the video, so just hang on for a second. I will be doing another discussion on pH. You guys may have gleaned from my soil results that I do have low pH still, but if you compared it to my 2021, I've had a 3 magnitude increase. So I'm onto something, and I'm going to revisit a product that I used last year. And we'll be talking about that in a future video. So get out there, get it done. And I'll see you guys next time on Lawn Journeys.